Hello everybody, my name is Luke Moore and this is Hot Mode, and today on Hot Mode we are going to be talking about Virgil Abloh's first Louis Vuitton menswear collection. But before we get into the actual video, if you guys are looking for a channel that talks about fashion in the most fun, sassy, bitchy, analytical way, this is it. So you can go down below, hit the subscribe button, and turn on my post notifications. Like, what do you have to lose? Also, if you guys like these kinds of analytical fashion reviews, definitely give this video a like. And if you guys want to see more from me, you can follow me on Instagram at Hot Mode. I talk about fashion, I make some memes, I post some pretty great Instagram stories. I'm always spilling the tea, so check it out. So Virgil's appointment was one of the most debated topics in fashion. I mean, it really ranged into all these different branches of culture. It looked at race, it looked at the future of fashion, it looked at the future of luxury, it looked at what a new fashion industry could become. And I think with this collection, Virgil changed the industry. I mean, you already had the stepping stones, whether it be Diet Prada changing the way that fashion media covered fashion, or even me, you know, just like spilling the tea about fashion constantly and having no problem doing that. Virgil, I think, really changed the way that luxury houses work. Luxury appointments are not solely determined by who you know or who you slept with or who you are friends with or all these different things. It's based on the fact that Virgil has a following, that Virgil has people that really enjoy his work, and that he can produce pieces now for Louis Vuitton that his fans and the people that like him will buy and will purchase and will want and will desire. And it's not just random kids, it's Bella Hadid, the Kardashians, Rihanna, like all of these celebrities came to this show and were like, I love Virgil, I love what he does, I think he's amazing. That's telling. And it's not just people being, oh yeah, like, he's great. I think people really do believe in Virgil, and people really care about Virgil, and people really think that Virgil is changing the game. And I can't say that I disagree. I also think that Virgil's appointment and this show really is a turning point for Virgil, but also the global Black community. I think that Virgil's appointment is the definition of Black excellence. I know that I'm a white person, probably shouldn't be defining Black excellence, but you know, from an outside view, like, this is pretty excellent and he's Black, like, mix them together, Black excellence. That just me, that's just personal opinion. I just think that Virgil really will inspire so many young Black creatives and young Black kids to follow their dreams and to do the things that they really believe in, and I think that that's really amazing. And to have an icon who is recognized by the biggest, the most well-recognized, the most wealthy fashion house, I think really is a stamp of approval in terms of the fashion industry. Another really interesting thing I think about Virgil's appointment and Virgil's collection is Virgil is a celebrity in and of himself. He has work that he has done outside of fashion, and a lot of his audience does not work in fashion or does not really care about the fashion industry. They like Virgil, they like what he does, they like what he makes. I think that that's really important, and I think that the old way of fashion, where fashion editors will choose who is the next one to make it all happen, is out. I don't think that that matters anymore. I think that the audience, the people that really buy, the people that really love, the people that really observe fashion, will choose. I think that the consumer is king and queen, and that they will choose who is going to be representing their interests in all these different fashion houses from now on. At least slowly but surely, I think that that's gonna happen. And I think Virgil is the ultimate starter of that trend. Virgil doesn't need Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton needs Virgil. But now let's start talking about the actual collection. The collection was based on color. It was really the foundation of the collection. It was based on prisms as well, and so you kind of go into a prism and it's clear or white, and then the color evolves out of it. I don't know, look at a prism and then get back to me. It's like a scientific thing. I didn't do great at science. If you just like quickly swiped through the collection on Vogue Runway or wherever you were, it's easy to like discard this collection as just a bunch of menswear bullshit. But Louis Vuitton men's has always been and always will be much more about the detail than it is about the overall look. Like, you're never really gonna get some amazing 18th century inspired cinched waist coming down a Louis Vuitton menswear runway. Like, that's not what we're gonna get. You have to really look at the detail of the clothes, and I think that's something that is very important when looking especially at this Virgil collection. Kim Jones, who was the past creative director of Louis Vuitton men's, has essentially kind of built out a brand image. It's very subtle, it's very smart, it has a lot of really interesting art references. It's a really great little menswear brand, and Kim Jones is famous for making the Supreme Louis Vuitton collaboration as well. So there's a lot of slack that Virgil kind of has to pick up. I think with this collection, it's really easy to just say, oh, this is just awful and this is all he can do. I don't think that Virgil is going to show his hand to us this early on. From what I know, Virgil only had about a month to turn out this collection, and I know people are going to be like, well, Raf Simons had 6 weeks. Well, yeah, like Raf Simons was doing a Dior Couture show, like he had to turn it out in 6 weeks. It's like a very different thing from Louis Vuitton menswear. They're like different brands, there's different context. If Virgil's work is meant to be minimal with a really amazing eye for detail, I don't think that he disappointed all that much. Also, I think that he perfectly mixed streetwear and traditional menswear together in a really nice way that was not overpowering of streetwear, not overpowering of boring men's tailoring. Like, it was a really well thought out mishmash of who a modern menswear consumer is. Now let's start looking at the clothes. The first look was really interesting because we'd actually seen it prior. It is what Virgil wore to the Met Gala this year. Mind you, it did have like stained glass little details on the shoulders, but this one is very similar. It's really simple menswear. It's very baggy, which is interesting. Normal menswear is like very like tight and fits the body, but I like this. It is streetwear. Streetwear is sweatpants and all these different aspects. It's not tight fit and that's how you have to wear it. Like, this is a little bit streetwear mixed with a little bit of traditional menswear. I'm into that. A lot of this collection goes from like pleated trousers and button-ups to cargo pants and zip-up sweaters to like sheer shirts with the LV logo. Like, it plays with the idea of traditional menswear and traditional streetwear, and it also plays with the idea of traditional masculine and feminine clothing roles, whether it is a sheer top, which is normally not menswear. Like, it's interesting, it's cool, and I think coming from a straight man, it is very different than if Pier Paolo or Raf Simons made a sheer top. Like, it's a straight guy saying, oh wait, no, this is cool, like, I fuck with this, like, I like that. I think that that can push menswear and push what people see as normal a little bit more forward from a straight viewpoint. He's being an ally for all of us gays, if you really think about it. Also, you saw some snakeskin and crocodile leather. I really loved that crocodile leather trench and the snakeskin shorts. Again, those are really subtle little luxury fabric and materials that are being used. You're probably gonna say, oh, well, I didn't see all that much luxury or all that much quality. Well, that's where it is. It's in the material. Also, again, if you think about the feminine qualities, you saw like a cinched waist and you saw a big poncho and some leather harnesses, which also aren't normally like masculine things to wear. So again, he's pushing the needle forward of what is acceptable for men from the viewpoint of a straight man. Let's talk about the light green section of the show though, because like that was the best part. Like, I literally gagged. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing, great. The suiting in it is fucking magnificent, and I mean, it really makes the case for pleated pants. He also introduced these like bulletproof vests with this quilted fabric and a couple of like military like pouches attached to shirts on the chest, torso area, and the arms. Like, it was very interesting. I didn't think it was all that cute, but like, interesting. Also, let's talk about that Kid Cudi look. Like, I don't really listen to Kid Cudi, and by I don't really, it means I don't think I know any of his songs. I don't think I've actually listened to a Kid Cudi song. I will say that that look, like, everybody could wear that look. Essentially, it's a great suit with a hoodie underneath, which again, we're mixing streetwear and modern menswear. Like, this is what a modern man would wear. It is both streetwear casual, but it also is really kind of dressed up with the pants and the jacket. Like, it's a mixture of what menswear is, and I think it's really brilliant that somebody can actually bring that together and it's genuine. It's not some random European man saying, oh, I see that, okay, we're gonna do that now. Like, it's a guy who, this is what he would wear, and like, this is what he has been wearing, and this is what he wears and he thinks of when he puts together clothes. Like, it's genuinely what he wears. Also, there's a look with like this fur stole in green and white, and like, that is fucking luxury. Like, I want that fur stole. I don't think I'd ever wear it. I think I'd frame it in my apartment, which is fucking bland as fuck anyway, but like, beautiful, like luxury, that's luxury. Like you wanted luxury, that's it. Like that beautiful fur stole is the luxury. Also, there are like these two stained looks. One is much more streetwear, the other one is a lot more like traditional menswear. They're both so beautiful. Like they are literally magnificent. I would wear them if I could afford them. Like they're so great. And like I can see those being turned into like women's wear looks too. Like they're so diverse. These looks seem like things that are not restricted to just one gender, which I love, which I think is brilliant, which I think is what modern fashion is. But a little bit after the green section, we kind of have to face facts and look at that iridescent bag. Virgil, iridescence will never be cute. You cannot make it happen. I mean, C's Marion like made it bearable, but iridescent Louis Vuitton bags, no, we're good. Those are canceled. We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Just like don't ever do it again or you're dead to me. So let's fix that. There were some like sterling ruby-esque prints that were mixed in with a few of the looks, and then there was like some neon gloves and shit in there. It was like a scary mess. Some really great fashion tea that we found out because of Sir Gregor on Instagram. He was doing his fucking investigative fashion journalism. He sent me these pictures and he was like, yo, Louis Vuitton just posted this like print on this sweater, and Peter Moulier, who is the right-hand man of Raf Simons, just posted these two Raf Simons Dior Couture sterling ruby printed looks. Like, fashion coincidence? Is this tea? Like, is he throwing shade? Like, what's going on? Here's the thing, I totally think that he's throwing shade. Raf Simons in the past has like low-key shit on Virgil, so I would not be shocked. Neither of you own sterling ruby, okay? And also I did some investigating myself. Here's the thing, sterling ruby graduated from the Art Institute of Chicago. Where's Virgil Abloh from? Chicago. So maybe Virgil was like, oh my god, he went to Chicago, like, I love him, I love his work. We don't know. I don't know how long Virgil has known about sterling ruby or how long he's known about his work, and sterling ruby is like a world famous artist, so like nobody owns his work. Like you're not like, ugh, I'm doing it, that's all. Like, no, sorry, no. And you know I love Raf. You know I love Raf, but like you don't own him, okay? Another really interesting look was the look that Alton Mason wore. A lot of people called out the bag that he carried because it did look very similar to an Hermes Kelly bag, which I agree, it does look very similar. Virgil is definitely controversial because a lot of the times people say that his work looks like Raf or Margiela or Helmut Lang. And I'm not shocked that there are always going to be a few pieces that are called out for copying because Virgil's not a designer, he is an artistic director where he kind of picks and chooses what he wants and reinterprets, and that's kind of what he does. So I'm not shocked by that. I will say though, the Louis Vuitton shoes that Alton Mason is wearing are very similar to Tim's, which I thought is very much so New York culture and New York African American culture, and I think that was a great little, you know, nod to the culture. I know I'm white, but like I know what the culture is. We also do get a really, really beautiful brown leather coat, which again, luxury, like that is the luxury aspect. That coat is so beautiful and wonderful. I'm sure it feels like beautiful butter on your fingers. But then we like get into some less savory experiences. So here's the thing, you could miss me with like the neon gloves and like the bulletproof vests and the iridescent bags. Like I don't want to see that, I don't want to address it, I don't want to talk about it. I think whoever is styling your show and telling you that that's a good idea, they need to go. And if it's Virgil, fire that part of your brain, like just cut it out. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Lobotomy, what's up? Just stop with the neon iridescent shit. It's not working, it's not cute, we're not gonna make it happen, we're good. There also were a few decent purple looks, which I thought were really great. It's just, again, the overbearing styling aspect is like way too much. Also, do you notice that like we started with like 30 white looks and then it kind of slowly goes into different colors? The color prism aspect is coming in, I love it. And then we get this like weird purple Wizard of Oz sweater where like all the characters in it walking down the yellow brick road are like blacked out, and I was just like, okay, that's weird, whatever. And then we get these like weird black looks and I was just like, meh, like, okay, no, I don't want to see these, like, they're not good, the styling is crazy, the bags with the chains, like, it's a lot, I'm good, I don't need it. And then there's this, like, denim look, and I was like, okay, denim, like, I get it, but it was just kind of out of place, and it was like, there was black looks, and then, like, a denim, and I was like, okay, I get it. But then we go back to this Wizard of Oz thing, and again, I'm like, oh god, Wizard of Oz, like please somebody let me know. And we get this really great little Dorothy in this field of flowers. I think it's the part where she falls asleep in the field of flowers. It's on this sweater, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. Like I would wear that sweater. And then it kind of clicked. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which is the famous song sung by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. Colors, prism, rainbow, like it all starts to add together in my mind. But after we get those Judy Garland Wizard of Oz looks, the last look in reality is really messy because it's this like gigantic poncho and it's in like this metallic, and yeah, I just like don't really need all that, Virgil. Take that home, bring it back on the yellow brick road. Like I'm good, I don't need it, I could do without. So yeah, that's me talking about the clothes. And you're probably like, Luke, you didn't talk about any of the bags or accessories besides the shoes. Okay, well, let's discuss. Here's the thing, Louis Vuitton is an accessories brand. That's the most important part of it. That is the bread and butter. That is where the money is made. So Virgil has to be turning out amazing Louis Vuitton product. I think that the transparent bags and the iridescent bags and some of the other bags are a little bit messy and need to be worked on, but I think that there were some actually really great bags. He made the petite malle bag for men, which I was like gagged. I was like, yeah, love that, into that. I think that there were actually a couple of bags that were pretty good and they were pretty luxurious and they were pretty nice and I was into seeing them. I think also we have to recognize that it takes a little bit of time for Louis Vuitton bags to like come out, and I think over time, gradually, Virgil will develop his own signature bags and signature shoes and all these different accessories for the company. I don't think a month into his time at Louis Vuitton we can really expect him to be like turning out these crazy experiences. Nicola only just put out those Arclight sneakers, so it takes time to really develop your accessory game. So let's take a break. We'll reconvene back when the next menswear collection comes out, and then we'll discuss. Overall, I actually really am very happy with this collection. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for Virgil to establish the Louis Vuitton men's for himself, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with sitting here and waiting for that to happen. I don't think that it needs to be rushed. I don't think that we need to expect it on the first collection. I think we need to look at the context of what Louis Vuitton men's has always been, recognize it, and turn that lens on, and then look at Virgil's collections. Look at Louis Vuitton men's for what Louis Vuitton men's is. That's what you gotta do. So yeah, please let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I know that this is like a really debated topic, and I'm sure that the comments are gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna try to respond to as many as possible. But yes, I really enjoyed doing this video. I really enjoyed being able to just talk about it and look and work through a couple of the references and stuff like that. I think it was really fun. Sorry about the lack of videos. I'm thinking about doing an Instagram live for the first time, so let's talk about that on my Instagram. I will see you guys in the next video, and TTYL.